Welcome to the world united. Welcome to the world united.
I need to also invite the next speaker. Jonathan is here, very patient. The same time Claudia that is going to be after, right? Thank you to be here and to express from your really heart and big souls. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the, in the name of humanity. We can see unity in the diversity. Everybody will have different things to say. Beautiful. We need to listen to everybody because we are learning and we are teaching, as Ben said. At the same time that we teach, we learn. We are disciples and we are masters at the same time. This is the beautiful thing. Excellent, excellent. But sharing, we cannot work by ourselves no more. No success on that. This is like a new paradigm, or you can say whatever you want to say, but collectively, sharing, working as a team, always, always for 2000 and more years. This is the Aquarian age. We need to study in order to understand what's going on. And Michael said something about that, right? I agree, Michael, with you. Thank you. And Jonathan is, as I said, very passionately, thank you, is one of the ingredients. We need to be patient on this life. And at this moment, more, because we have so many obstacles. Like today, you saw what happened? Hey, we have that is light, but is darkness, right? They are together. And always is a fight in there. We know that when we turn on light, what happened? Disappear the darkness, right? Well, with all this bunch, this beautiful, group of souls, do you think that we are not going to make this event? Of course, yes, we are here, right? And yeah, and Jonathan is here also, and he's gonna talk. Okay, what you said to us is that you are awakened, um, you are ambitious, you are alive on a mission to make an impact. Good. I want to hear for young people this. We need that, this new energy to the planet. And you are going to talk, if I'm not wrong, and if you want to clarify your presentation, um, of course, it's your turn. You are going to talk about living water, is right?
Yes,
Jonathan, avanti.
thank you so much for that presentation.
Uh-huh.
First and foremost, I feel honored and so grateful for being able to be here today and being able to speak to you all and taking part of everyone else and your wisdom and sharings. I feel super glad, honored, and excited for being part of this. So yes, I am going to talk about something that is called living water and my healing journey with it. I'm going to talk about how I managed to heal from what doctors would want to call bipolarity through living water.
Wow.
So to begin off with, I need to talk a little bit about my physical and mental journey that I've been through in this life. And I've had, as probably many other in this life, a rough experience, a rough ride with, and in my specific case, I've been struggling a lot with depressions, anxiety. I've been struggling with burnouts and a lot of these things. And what I can tell is that when I've been in that state, when I've come from that place, all I've ever wanted was to become capable of doing more, because since a young age, I've been feeling like I have a mission here to manifest the greatest positive impact on this planet that I possibly can. And my challenges has made me incapable of taking action on these things and taking action towards my my mission. So I've tried everything that I could think of to become great, to become healthy again. I've tried medicines through the regular healthcare. I've tried to change my physical health through diets and exercise and sleep rhythms, you name it. I've been trying to heal my emotional health through therapy in different forms like hypnosis and KBT. I've been doing breath work and energy healing, and nothing of it has had long-lasting effect for me. Nothing of that really worked over time. And it was just recently, actually, last year, that I came to realize that I have been taking the most fundamental thing, or the most fundamental component for life, for granted, namely water. So I came to realize that my greatest healer in this life became the water. So I'm going to tell you a bit about how it has helped me and how it has helped me to turn my greatest struggles into my greatest gifts. So first and foremost, everybody knows that water is important. We know that we get sick and eventually die if we don't get water. But I didn't know that water could be in so different shapes and forms, even though it looked and smelled and tasted exactly the same. So when I came in contact with this, I first and foremost started to understand the water situation globally today, of how much pollution that we have in the water. You see, as a global society, we produce over 140,000 different chemicals, and which amounts to 400 million tons of hazardous waste every single year. That is 13 tons per second. Just think about that, 13 tons of untreatable chemical waste that we are producing every second. And the problem with this is that we have wastewater treatment plants, but they are not equipped or made to be able to handle that kind of pollution that we are facing them with. So what that does, that overflow of chemicals, that is, for example, medicinal rests and herbicides and pesticides, paint residues, everything that we flush down our drains will eventually come back to us and end up in our bodies, our systems. So the water that we're getting out of our taps is both acidic and oxidative, or in other terms, dead water. So dead water is basically water that is lacking charge. It has been depleted of its energy. And by that, it also loses its structure. And the problem with water being dead is that when you ingest dead water, when you get water that has electron deficiency, that water will actually steal electrons from you and you will start to oxidize. We know how amazingly important antioxidant is, but I didn't know that water could actually start to create oxidative stress in our bodies. And when it comes to structure of the water, if the water is dead, it has a different structure. And what that does, it allows the water to bunch together, or the water molecules to bunch together. And when they do that, it becomes much harder for our cells to actually take in that water and absorb that water. even though it's the same kind of water. So what is that doing for us as a society, as individuals, as a people? It creates a lot of health issues due to this bad water. And I've learned that only 1% of dehydration in the brain will cause a 5% reduction in physical and mental ability. That's just 1%. And if we're only drinking dead water, our bodies can't hydrate itself. And that leads to chronic dehydration. So the solution to this is living water, water that is charged, water that has the right structure, water that is alkaline, which doesn't make our bodies acidic. And what I found is a solution with a high-tech medical grade device from Japan that purifies, charges, and structures our regular tap water and turns it into a powerful antioxidant. And my experience with this has been amazing. I have gone from basically being bipolar and emotionally unstable and not functioning, basically handicapped by my state of being, to being able to have energy for doing the things that I love, being able to let my my creativity and my willingness to create good in this world manifest in the physical. So for me, I like to say that it's become like, or for me, this has been like getting an AC power adapter for my body, which I can plug into the wall, because I've been feeling like I can get the charge that I need and I don't have to be on energy saving mode anymore. So I'm just going to clarify that I'm not a medical doctor and I can't make any medical claims, but I can only speak from myself and the people around me that I have seen cure these incurable diseases that they have been diagnosed with. Like I've got people all around me who has been getting access to this water and curing their ME, for example, arthritis, their chronic pain, their bipolar disorder, and many other things. And I also want to clarify that living water probably won't fix all of your problems. I know it didn't do that for me, but it allowed me to regain so much of my functionality that everything else could start functioning, that everything else would start falling into place. And this is a problem which the governments won't fix for us. This is a way too expensive problem, and it's not on their priority list. It should be on their priority list because water and food is the fundamental for all life and for pure health. But I've come to realize that the medicine companies out there, or the medicine industry out there, is not made to cure people. It is made to create customers over time. So I really want to incline you towards taking your own health into your own hands and not settling for being pleased with normal health, this normal average health. Go for optimal health. You're worth that. You're worth so much more than being in pain and being in a state of non-creativity. And if you feel drawn to what I've said, please contact me. I already have this amazing complete system and solution set in place. And I would love to share more about how I've been able to cure myself and how I've been, or people around me have been able to cure themselves as well. So I would also love to touch on what I've been able to do since then as well. Since October last year, that's soon a year since I got this water into my life. Because my life has changed completely since then. Like black and white, it's a massive contrast in how my life has changed. And I would say that thanks to the energy upgrade and the overall improved health that I got from starting to give my body the right building blocks to be able to function optimally, I went from being fatigued or having fatigue almost all the time and having regular depressions. Like depression has been more common than me having a good day earlier in my life, to having enough excess energy to be able to maintain, first and foremost, a regular job for long enough to be able to off ramp and start a business to free up my own time. And besides that, me, my partner, and a dear friend of ours started a movement with a purpose to guide individuals that are on the same journey as us, out of just surviving in that rat race, as we call it, into living, thriving, and actually being able to make that positive impact on this world that I know so many of us really want to create and do. So thank you all for listening, and I love you all. I have so high hopes for humanity right now. I have so high hopes for us being able to turn this around, and by uniting, going towards a brighter future. So thank you all for being here today. Thank you all for sharing your hearts. Thank you all for letting your wisdom, knowledge, and experience flow out into the collective and let other ones heal from yours. So thank you for today. I love you all.
Thank you, Jonathan. Really, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because as a result of all the obstacles and things that you went through, you are here and you there to express and to share with us your personal experience that makes really, really, really a good role model for so many people that still they didn't find a way to get out of all the situations that you explained to us today, that there are for so long so many people in darkness. Thank you for your light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And welcome back to Amrita.
Hello.